Hello, welcome back to the channel. Thank you for tuning in once again. Today we have quite a dramatic situation to unpack. There has been chaos at one of South Africa's border posts after a group of Mozambican nationals forced open a gate in a tense standoff with police. This incident has caught the attention of both local communities and officials, raising fresh concerns about the state of our border security and the growing tension around cross-border movement. Please stay with me right until the end of this video so that you can see the sources of this news and even verify the details yourself. And if you are new here, don't forget to subscribe to the channel so you never miss updates like this. Now, let's break down what happened. Reports indicate that the incident took place at one of the busy points along the South Africa-Mozambique border. It started when a group of people, believed to be Mozambican nationals, became frustrated with long delays at the border post. According to eyewitness accounts, the frustration escalated when police attempted to maintain order. That's when the group allegedly forced open the gate, sparking a tense face-off between them and the authorities. You can imagine the chaos that unfolded. Crowds pushing forward, police trying to hold their ground, and ordinary people who were just trying to cross legally getting caught up in the mess. Some reports say the police had to call for backup, while others note that the group was determined to push through regardless of the consequences. This whole event has once again highlighted the fragility of our border control system. South Africa shares land borders with several countries, and it has long been a challenge to manage the heavy flow of movement between nations. From trade to migration, our border posts are constantly under pressure, and incidents like this show how quickly things can spiral out of control when frustrations boil over. Local communities near the border are deeply worried. They've often raised concerns about the porous nature of the border and how easily people can move in and out without proper checks. With the situation in Mozambique being tough for many people economically, it's no surprise that some nationals are looking for opportunities on this side of the border. But the reality is that breaking through gates and defying police orders only fuels tension and puts both citizens and law enforcement in a dangerous position. What's also striking is how these incidents spark broader national conversations. Many South Africans are already feeling the impact of high unemployment and limited resources, and whenever border control issues arise, the fear is that unchecked migration could add extra pressure. On the other hand, there are also humanitarian voices reminding us that many of these people are simply seeking a better life, often escaping poverty and hardship. So the debate gets very emotional and very divided. The authorities have said they will be tightening security at the border following this clash. Some officials have even suggested reviewing the infrastructure, including the gates and fences, to make sure they can withstand crowd pressure. Others are calling for stronger bilateral talks between South Africa and Mozambique to address the root causes of these tensions. Because let's be honest, you can put up a stronger gate, but if people are desperate and the systems on both sides are failing, there will always be another confrontation waiting to happen. Police officers who were present at the scene reportedly tried to de-escalate the situation as much as possible, but the tension was too high. While it's not yet confirmed if there were injuries, eyewitnesses claim there was pushing, shoving, and some moments where things could have easily gotten violent. The bravery of the officers has been acknowledged, but many are questioning if they had the necessary resources and numbers to handle such a large and determined group. This event also comes at a time when border management has been in the spotlight across the country. We've seen similar clashes at the Beitbridge border with Zimbabwe in the past, and each time it makes headlines, we are reminded of the delicate balance between upholding security and respecting human rights. On a lighter note, I can only imagine what some South Africans were thinking while watching the footage. Probably saying, "Ish, the police must have thought they were dealing with a rugby scrum instead of a border queue." But in reality, it's no laughing matter because the risks are very real. When law and order start slipping at a border post, it can open the door to smuggling, criminal activities, and even larger-scale unrest. For everyday South Africans, this news feels both frustrating and concerning. On one side, there's empathy for people who want a better life. On the other side, there's a firm call for law and order to be maintained, because without rules and enforcement, the system simply cannot function. The question many are asking is whether our government has the capacity to strike that balance effectively, or whether more investment and international cooperation is needed. This also raises another important issue: how can law enforcement be better supported? We've seen time and again that our police officers are often stretched thin, working with limited equipment, and placed in extremely tough situations. Strengthening border management is not just about physical gates offenses, but also about making sure the people on the ground have the training, tools, and backup they need to do their jobs safely and effectively. So where does this leave us? The immediate response is likely to be an increase in security at the border where this clash took place. But in the bigger picture, it's another reminder that South Africa's border issues cannot be solved with quick fixes. It will take long-term strategies, cooperation with our neighbors, and a clear policy that balances compassion with control. And of course, this news will continue to stir up debates in our communities, in our workplaces, and on social media. Some will argue for stricter crackdowns, others will push for a more humanitarian approach. What's certain is that events like this don't just disappear from memory. They become part of the bigger conversation about who we are as a nation and how we deal with one of the most complex challenges of our time. Before I close off, I want to say thank you for watching and listening. If you haven't subscribed yet, please do so now so you can keep up with the latest updates. And remember to share your thoughts in the comments, because your voice matters too. And since we've been dealing with such a tense topic, let me end with a little joke to lighten things up. You know, you're in South Africa when even the border gates need hazard pay. Honestly, these gates probably feel like they're working harder than most gym equipment. All images used in this video are for illustration purposes only. Sources of this news include Times Live, News 24, and SABC News.